You're starting?
And we're off.
You're
Okay,
off.
thank you very much for that.
Quite permaculture. Enjoy.
Great, well here we are in Kamuli. We're on day 11 of our permaculture design course. It's been an absolute pleasure to have your company here, Andrew. I've really enjoyed your contributions to the course.
Oh, thanks. I also learned quite a lot. It was a learning experience for me. I learned quite a lot.
Good. Well, it's great, and it's really interesting to how you came about that you were here. So, tell me something about Joseph. I chatted to him on Facebook. He was raving to me about bamboo and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was going to come, and then he wasn't able to do. And he said, I need my friend to come. And so that was how I came to know you. That was the connection. So I'm interested to know your side of that story.
Interesting thing about Joseph is I've never met him either.
Oh, really?
We met on social media because I'm so much into bamboo.
Yeah.
So he's also crazy about bamboo. So two crazy people met online, and we've been exchanging a lot of ideas, communicating. We've never met. He has sent people to my farm to get planting material.
All right.
I've shipped some planting material to his farm, lost some along the way. And we keep on exchanging information. There's a lot of information on bamboo. So he sends me photos, I send him photos, we exchange ideas. But we've never met in person. So I'll probably pass him on the street.
I didn't realize. Okay, that's really interesting. Well, I mean, that's the power of social media, right?
It's
incredible.
It is.
And this thing I've struck about the internet and all of these things is, it's not really interesting until you have a specific area of interest, and then suddenly that magic works. You know, the connections happen, because if you say, oh, Uganda, bamboo, permaculture, ding, 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 there's a, you know.
Actually, I think I have a lot that I've learned from social media and the internet, because when I started going into bamboo, growing bamboo, it was like I was alone. In Uganda, there aren't very many bamboo farmers.
Sure, yes.
But when I went online, then I
discovered
people are doing bamboo elsewhere in the world. And then I started meeting even other Ugandans who are interested in bamboo. And then I've also started, I realized that, for instance, bamboo, you can do it in isolation. Permaculture, you can have bamboo in the permaculture system. And I've been asking, how can I do, I call it bamboo-based permaculture. Incorporate it, because I would like to set up my farm.
It's great to have a specialist area of interest, but then fit that into a bigger concept, a bigger one. Yeah.
You need to have your area of your specialty, bamboo, but you can't do bamboo in isolation. And bamboo is one of those plants that cuts into so many health, education, environment, and in Uganda, I give talks to different audiences, and I tell them whatever problem you can think about in Uganda: unemployment, poor health,
energy,
degradation, energy.
Yeah.
Bamboo has a solution. So, when you invited me,
go on.
When you contacted me, can you come and talk about bamboo? I said, oh, why not? It's interesting that I've been reading a bit on permaculture online. Yeah. And I've met a few people who are into permaculture. And I've always been curious about permaculture. And someone says, would you like to come and join us? And there's this tool. I wasn't very sure. Yeah. This is rain season. Yeah. And it's very busy right now. Right, yes. I'm in the business, nursery business. Yes. I have many clients calling and they want their seedlings. Taking off a block of 2 weeks. I felt it's
hard. It's really hard.
But I thought it was worth it.
Great. Well, I hope that it has been. I mean, we are aware that the PDC curriculum it's quite big. 80 hours of study. In fact, I can't really fit it in 80 hours of study. That's why we've been doing 12-hour days. And
it is intense at the end of each day.
I think we've done 120 hours of study or something.
I'd lie down on my bed and say, my God, feeling exhausted. But then I have that problem. I wake up at 4. Yeah. But this one was interesting. That's when I will go back to review what I learned the previous day. Yeah. I say, actually, this one can work on my farm. Can work in this. It is so interesting. So interesting. And also you learn so many things. My background is journalism. I'm a journalist by training. And one of the first things they teach in journalism is develop your power observation. One of the first sessions we had here, we had to go out and observe. I said, okay, so back to that.
Maybe this subject is for me.
So, I was more at home.
It's interesting how it does connect with very different fields.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at the academic, scientific, investigation process, it's really similar to the design model.
Yeah.
Or, like you say, it starts with observation, which is the same in journalism. That's really, really interesting. Yeah.
And one area I think permaculture will be very, very useful. Farmers in Uganda, especially small farmers. We have many farmers. Unfortunately, our approach to farming is a bit disorganized. We lack systematic approach to farming. Someone comes to you and says, can I give you some coffee seedlings? Say, how many can you give me? 100 or 200. And you just grab. Then you head to the field. Say, where can I fit these? And without sitting down to plan, what do I need? What kind of land do I have? What kind of soils? Where would this coffee, working out things on paper before that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned from this course. You have to spend a lot of time planning, time planning. Very few farmers actually plan. Suddenly the rains are around and say, I have a piece of bush there. I have to clear it and grow. Last time the other guy planted maize and made out of money. Maybe I should do the same thing. And there, without any planning.
So it's not systematic in that way. And I think we're all guilty of that in every walk of life, really. And that most people, I mean, we call it firefighting in the UK, but it's like we're just responding to crisis all the time, and then the next crisis, follow, so we're just going after all of that time trying to put out fires, rather than taking a step back and going, okay, what's my long-term objective? Where do I want to get? What resources do I have? How am I going to get there? How can I build relationships with other people with other similar objectives?
Actually, in Uganda, we claim to be farmers, but I think we're actually firefighters. There is always a fight.
Or termite fighters, some of them.
Okay, that one also. We spend a lot of time fighting fires. Because we don't plan, we don't expect situations. They just...
they just suddenly occur and then you have to respond to it.
And also, one other thing
I mean, this is something else. I mean, sorry to interrupt, but people were talking about how farmers don't necessarily keep an account. So they have no idea what it's cost to produce a crop. It grows, it stops growing, so maybe they go and buy some fertilizer, and then maybe it goes a bit brown, we've got a bit of fungus, so they go and put some fungicide on. They don't then make a calculation, inputs, outputs. And there's people losing money growing crops and not even knowing it.
It's actually a big problem. And I have to say, I'm one of the culprits. And there is a way we rationalize it, say, farming is such a costly venture. If you get to see the figures, it will discourage you. So you rather do a blind drive. Somehow it works. But of recent, because initially I was doing farming as a hobby. My profession is journalism. Now I switched to farming, and I have to look at it as a business. This thing of saying my wallet is my bank account. When I sell and put in my wallet, when there is something to buy, I have to start keeping records, because I have workers. Pay salary. I have to know which enterprise is making money. It took me a long time to figure out that at one point I had about 10 different enterprises. Pigs, chicken, goats, bees, fruits, avocado, mangoes, bamboo, and none of them was bringing money. Instead I was spending a lot of money. That took me time to sit down and say, which one is the lowest hanging fruit? Where can I focus?
Where's the biggest benefit?
It's actually the nursery, because it fits in, especially the bamboo and the fruit trees. It requires less resources. You focus on that. So I haven't closed down all the other things, but I kind of kind of low. They're not as intense.
We have some friends in Wales, Chris and Lynn Dixon. I've mentioned them in the classes at times, and they work together. They have a permaculture holding. It's about 7 acres, and he said, I think Chris said, for me and my wife is, we think, yeah, diversity is good. Yeah, diversity is strength, but in terms of income, so we try to cultivate. We have 3 incomes and 2 hobbies, something like that, and then other things can be that. So we focus on 2 or 3 things between them, whether it's teaching, she keeps his horses, and maybe some growing. But then in the background, I do a little bit of beekeeping, or I do a little bit of something else. And then if one of those incomes is dropping off, then I can promote a hobby. You know, so and then so like you say, you were a journalist, but you grew a bit of bamboo, and now you grow bamboo. Maybe occasionally you write a story.
Yeah, actually, what I've realized, because I got into too many things, I got my fingers burnt. I realized you need to have a flagship enterprise.
Yes,
and while the others are supporting enterprises, there are times when it's the goats that pay the workers for 1 month. There are times when I make a sale. There are times when I sell fruits, organic fruits. But my main my main enterprise, flagship enterprise, is the nursery, and I think we need that as farmers. Diversity is very good. It's the best form of security for farmers. But if you,
yes, I know, I would totally get you. I mean, if you do a little bit of everything, is your energy spread, and then everybody goes, oh, Andrew, he's that guy who does
so many things.
Yeah, so many things, rather than, he's the bamboo guy. He gets some goats. It almost like brands you. I don't know if the word
by
is
the
right
way,
word, but
it has worked.
Identifies you.
Whenever I'm meeting people, because in my background, media background. There's something about brand building. I realize what would build my brand is bamboo will. And when I introduce myself, like we're meeting at a cocktail or something, say, what do you do? I'm a farmer. Why do you farm bamboo? Bamboo?
Yeah.
For
interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Immediately, if I said pineapples, bananas,
I've already forgotten by the time I talk to the next
bamboo,
guy.
Eventually, I get them to learn about other things I do, the trees, medicinal trees, fruit trees, and other. But the bamboo is a hook. So I think in farming we need to realize that while we are doing many things, we've got to have what they call the flagship enterprise.
Yes, I like that.
To as the main source of income, as you develop the others. At one point, because that flagship I know that 5 years from now, more people will be growing bamboo. There'll be other nursery operators. Then I'll be moving to something else to be bamboo processing.
Yeah, or find your specialism within that.
Within the. So just focusing on one thing is totally dangerous, and that's one of the things I've learned from this course. Of course, there's something I read online about financial permaculture. You know, and today we touched something around that area. I'm one person who has very little faith in the formal financial systems.
Yeah.
I have an account, but I had to open it because when I was in journalism, they have to put their salary.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I withdraw it.
Yeah.
And I tell people I don't keep money in the bank. I keep it in the soil.
Yeah.
Okay, they thought that I buried it in the soil. No.
Well, that's great, because that's exactly the point I was trying to make this morning, is soil fertility, that's real wealth. The economy can collapse, but that's still there. It's tangible.
I invest in the soil, and I invest whenever I come, like now at Kamuli, when I got here the first day, when I had a chance to move around, I had to look for nursery. Which is will they have any unique plants? Sometimes when they don't have, I'll go to the market. Do they have unique seeds? Because I'm looking at my farm as a mother garden, where many of these seeds that we appreciate today, a few years from now, we won't be able to access them. So if I can get a little money, invest in that, take back, plant in the food forest, then I have planting material to run my one. That's the investment I make. There's no way I can keep my money in the bank. Doesn't make sense.
It's a fantastic point. It really is. That's great.